इसमें भी लाइव चैट खुलता है।
खुल नहीं रहा ना स्टूडियो मोड में।
खुल रहा है।
देख ऐसे खुल जा रहा है ना।
लॉक खुला था।
हाँ ते किसका देव का लैपटॉप लेके जा छोड़ गया।
चैट तो कैसे खुला था लाइव चैट पे? यूट्यूब पे देख ना पता चलेगा।
अरे छोड़ना यहाँ पे छोड़ना इतना ये नहीं करना अभी बाद में तुम लोग कर लेना। देव तेरा पीछे ले गया और ओपन कर और यहाँ पे रख जा। म्यूट करना ना तो उसका पीसी में।
ये तो इसी में यहीं पे ऑप्शन तो चैट यहाँ से देख लेगा।
गेम का साउंड आ रहा है कि नहीं मेरा? कमेंट्री वगैरह सब
Whistle and here we go.
ऐसे भी आ रहा। म्यूट कर दिए हैं
तो कैप्चर हो रहा है बैकग्राउंड में। कॉल मार दे।
हाँ दिया आ रहा ना साउंड आ रहा ना। ठीक है जाओ बंद करके जाओ हमें खेल लेते हमको आराम से। गोल को सुझाना पड़ेगा बहुत गोल खा गया इधर से। गेम समझ नहीं आ रहा बोले तो उसको ऑन कर।
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare. Oh, that is asking. There's the shot! He's got a goal! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. Terrible error, duly punished.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them. To look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Mateus is herring after that one. Now it's Rashford. Fiore, great ball, and can he finish? It's a loose ball. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
And it's Bergomi. And now a sudden chance to counter. Rashford. And here's Cantona. Fiore. Alexander-Arnold, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And the keeper couldn't hold it. Yes! Again in a trice, and they are soaring. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. That's a throw.
ओ भाई स्मार्ट असिस्ट भाई स्मार्ट असिस्ट को कब बंद करना है कोई
Just more than 15 minutes till half time. Now it's Cantona. Looking for the run. And he's picked it up out wide. Fiore's... Oh, what a climb! They've scored! They are really purring here. And they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. He watched it all the way. And the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Manchester United are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. That's a lovely, neat pass. Park Ji-sung. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Darwin. That is a crunching tackle. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Fiore. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Conte. It's a promising position. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing. And we're off again. Manchester United decide to shake things up. There has been a change in personnel. Kubo receives it in a wide position. Great defending, strong and determined. Zeroberto did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he's had a hit! Oh, he's hit the bar! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Let's go.
Pele is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, that's fabulous. Kubo. Lovely feet. Oh, well played, well played. Tries a shot! And that was very necessary. Manchester United still have the cards to affect this game. Park Ji-sung. Now it's Darwin. And it's Eze. Eze will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Quality ball. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Nice sequence of passes, this. Oh, good read. Nunez! Pele. Knocks it into space. He's having a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
How?
Brought out the best in the keeper.
Mbappe really couldn't have done much better with that. He was under so much pressure.
Corner number 2 then. Alexander-Arnold gets it away. Not the most accurate pass. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Darwin.
The balance क्या कर रहा है?
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Eze tries to play it through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a good run down the left.
Humiliation defeat.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Pele clears it away. He has found the way through. That's that, the end. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Or 14 Serenity.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle. Andrei Shevchenko, Jim, European Player of the Year, League winner, European champion, the top scorer. Lewandowski! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Lewandowski really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's a good run down the right. David Villa. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Just the goalkeeper's real chance! And it's a goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Manchester United finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Olise. He's found a way through. It's run loose, who's going to get... And the shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Plus some off target.
Manchester United really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
A searching ball out wide. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Sir Roberto. Kubasi. Gravenberg. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Played into space. Look at this. And he shoots! Well, now it's a... Oh, he's been caught napping. It's crossed into the middle. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. So what can they make of this? Sir Roberto. 30 minutes gone. Plays a sharp little ball here. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Gnabry. O'Shea is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Eze. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Shot at goal! And he hits the net! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Shevchenko demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Victoria are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it. Now they have it.
Out towards the flank. And it's Gnabry. Vardiol gets it clear. And that's been won straight back. Threads one in. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So your views on the first half?
Manchester United certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing. Don't leave the door open for the opposition.
गोल पोछा लेकिन दोनों का काम ही नहीं ढंग का भाई गोल पोचर का भी कुछ काम नहीं है आजकल क्या है
And we're underway again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Double touch.
Well, that has not gone well.
Hi, क्यों आ गया?
Howson. And say Roberto. Eze. Gravenberg. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Has a shot! That carried quite a threat.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
एक पावर किक ढंग का नहीं लेता है.
Zé Roberto plays it short. Takes a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
कर तो कर ले ढंग से.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he plays one through. Manchester United needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Vitoria appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Alexander-Arnold. Manchester United perhaps contemplating their next change here. Gravenberg. Zé Roberto. And it's Zé Roberto. Quick look, then he rises! Otto getting this one clear. Hit into the middle.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Corner number 2 then. Zé Roberto goes short.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Vitoria have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Darwin. David, decent chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
It's a good effort, and you can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
Great vision.
जल्दी.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Now that looks a decent shoot. Oh, it's hit the post. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Shevchenko. It's Lewandowski. And that is as far as it goes. Manchester United perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement.
3 lose in a row. Hard to survive. Long ball 3-3-1-3. कैसा प्लेयर ला Let's go. अब होगी comeback.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Eze. Tries from distance. And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
And no, he's seen through all of that. Rafinha. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Darwin. O'Shea. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Park Ji-sung.
Oof, बचिए थे.
Park Ji-sung showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Conte. Oh, that pass isn't the best. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Oh, easy pickings there. Zé Roberto. Rafinha. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
David Villa. Adams makes the interception. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Nunez. Zé Roberto. And it's Park Ji-sung. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He'll fancy himself from here. And we have the first chance from a dead... Great chance! And one more try!
भाई Oliver Khan.
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Now it's Rafinha. That's a pretty loose pass. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Now it's Darwin. And that's been intercepted.
That was well...
Eze! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short, and it's made its way to him. The ball swung in. Van Dijk getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. He has found the way through. Always onto this. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Shapes to shoot!
First time clear.
Oh, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Chirpy.
So off we go once more.
Manchester United are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his halftime team talk.
Thinks one through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's found the way through.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
That's a sharp pass. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. O'Shea did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Now it's Rafinha. And he's lost his man here. A decent chance! It's there!
Oh. I guess so.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Has a look and place it forward.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent. He's had a shot! It's run loose, and the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, that is rather wayward.
Parma certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Parma are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, that's fabulous.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And this is Neymar. Rafinha. Palmer finding their passes. Neymar. Look at this. And the shot! And yes, it's there! 2 ahead, late in the day. Game over, surely. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Palmer are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off. And for me, it looks like they've just...
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Turns and goes back. And here's Neymar. And the shot! Neymar! What about that one? He's got himself an absolute peach. And they are pulling clear here. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't...
So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. Aside...
फॉर्मेशन क्या चेंज करेंगे भाई? ये फॉर्मेशन
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's away we go then. Pride, tradition, the game neither dares lose.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very impressive engine.
One of those who's become a cult hero for every club he's represented. Famously, of course, 3 years in Catalonia and 1 goal, the winner in a European final.
Yeah, well, who could forget that? But first and foremost,
that could spell trouble. He's picked his way through. Drogba, looking for options for movement. Now that's well seen too. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, it's come loose. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, well measured. And he's got the beating of his man. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now it's Villa. Hazard. Cannavaro gets a foot in here. Bellingham. And they can counter here.
Oi.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. That's good play. And he thumps it clear.
Guardiola really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. This looks promising. Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's there to belt it away.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Quality ball. No, it's come to nothing.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Howson. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's found a way through. Howson gets across to intercept that. And that has been cut short. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first half thoughts?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about he's been bundled over. That is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Messi looking to play it into the box. He's in a great position. Shot a goal! Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
Belletti brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
And that is a little undercooked. He's in plenty of space here. Messi gets into some space. Cristiano Ronaldo! O'Shea gets it away. Stood up well to him there.
There they go, hunting again.
Cristiano Ronaldo! And again the keeper stands strong.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
This their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Zé Roberto. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Pinches it off him. Guardiola. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cross to the back post. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Now it's Villa. Tries to play it through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Guardiola. Distributed tidily. It's a promising position. He is through here. They're urging him to shoot. Just about up to 75 minutes. Manchester United couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Xavi Alonso. And it's Hazard. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Manchester United clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Hazard. Real chance!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And that is expertly dealt with.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Hazard. David Villa. And he's been shifted off it. Bellingham. Spread out to the left. So that's it. It is all over. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times, they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course, they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs. But if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they...
Fieri! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see. And that applies just as much to his...
Hazard! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Hazard is offering a wry smile there.
Played out to the right. And it's Otto. Otto. That's the keeper's ball. Ribery. No goals as yet. It's Ribery. Alonso. And here's Nunez. Excelsior are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks. And I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Sir Roberto. Stood up well to him there. And it's De Bruyne. De Bruyne. He's found a way through. Played in deep. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Excelsior have got it back and they'll have another go. Howson clears it away. Darwin. Nice looking ball. Oh, delightful ball. Deftly away. And it's Ribery. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now this could be a chance. Lovely feet. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Puskás. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. And obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. De Bruyne! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific.
There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Now it's Pelé. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Good chance here. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Bullish header! And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's managed to get rid. Nicked it back promptly. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Pelé. Great vision.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Koundé kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Nunez. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred it.
Climbs up big! He's got a goal! And that could well be the winner!
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
Superb timing.
He rises!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
They want to be quick to recover this. Corner number 2 then. Header! Oh, taken with style. And surely that does it. Perfect time, decisive strike. Certain, searing, and imperious.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Excelsior are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Now it's Darwin. Now it's Pelé, and he's managed to get free. And he's in on goal. He has found a decent chance. And he has kept it out somehow.
Nunez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 3 coming up. Howson is there, and he can get that clear. Spread out to the left. Flashes a chance! No, not the best of headers. Five minutes to add. Otto cuts out the pass. Pelé conjures time and space where few can. Can he get on the end of this? Applies the finish! And now they can clear their lines. And that is the last effort of the game. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We have already started here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and defensive support whenever necessary.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Oh, can he get onto this? And smartly reclaimed. Now it's Haaland. He's had a shot! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
And it's Gnabry. Koundé. O'Shea. Xavi Alonso. Oh, nicely intercepted. Plays it through. That's a pretty loose pass. O'Shea. Manchester United yet to have an attempt on goal. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Cucurella. David Villa. De Roberto. And that was very necessary. Manchester United have got it back and they'll have another go. Opts for safety. That's a promising run he's making on the right. He's shifting through the gears here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. De Roberto. "15 minutes till half-time. De Roberto. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Villa. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Haaland. Haaland! It's hit the upright. It's in! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Ah, good steal. He just read it. David Villa looks to get on the end of this. Now it's Haaland. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. A probing pass. Beckenbauer is there and he can get that clear. Deep into stoppage time. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Darwin and he's big chance! And that's it for the first half, a breathless ending. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
David Villa is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And here's Elise. The message is clear. And the shot! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Now it's De Bruyne. It's Asa! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Hazard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And it's Gnabry. And he welcomes it in. Oh, what a ball! And the shot! They've done it!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
That is what shoots! Really well taken goal. And surely now the result's beyond doubt. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Well, that has changed the dynamics of... Chance, surely! It's in! Late drama, late goal! This will be one frantic ending! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Manchester United give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Messi. Now it's Scholes. Now it's Cruyff. Gnabry. Now it's Darwin. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Manchester United, perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the surprise for me...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's away we go then. Well, there's one man here who stands head and shoulders above the rest in just about every aspect of the game. It is, of course, Jim, the great Paolo Maldini.
Yeah, I feel like bowing here because it's him. He's simply the greatest of them all, the inspiration for so many top-class defenders.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Chance here to counter. Now it's Messi. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Raul.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Oh, well measured. Zé Roberto threads one in, and he plays one through. Zé Roberto is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Neymar. Bale receives it in a wide position. A header! Oh, off the bar! Neymar's cross. And he's there to clear it. Barcelona upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
De Bruyne, and they can counter here. Tries to pass it through. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Roll! Goal! Barcelona! First blood drawn. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
A 1-0 lead established.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team...
Up he goes! Sensational by Gnabry! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Manchester United making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. Rijkaard. Raul. And the counter is on. Nicely weighted ball. He's picked his way through. Cleared without hesitation. And we've reached half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Reflections on the first half?
Manchester United will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. Barcelona get the ball rolling for the second period. Neymar. Koundé. Xavi Alonso. Gravenberch. Now it's Darwin. And it's Roberto. Just eases him off the ball. De Bruyne. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Nunez. Neymar. Now it's Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Picked out brilliantly. Now it's De Bruyne. Ah, such a clever touch. Gravenberch, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Pinches it off him. Now it's Mbappe. Shot could be on. Manchester United do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Good pressure, determined, intense. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Roberto really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
He rises! This time, surely! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because...
Chance for a shot!
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And he's cut it out. Rijkaard. Neymar is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Alonso. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Manchester United nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And this is Raul. Great ball, and he's in here. He has found a way through. Time is desperately short now, but it is a corner. Desperate defending required here. Big header! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Deftly away. And it's De Bruyne. And De Bruyne! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. David Villa claiming the man of the... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xavi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they?
Not really, and not many can boast the same quality of performance either, Peter.
Now it's Mbappe. Xavi Alonso. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, that's Judge, surely! Goal! Borussia Dortmund!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Sir Roberto. Now, can they get him away? Oh, he has stuck it into his own net!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Now it's Villa. Gravenberg. Back into the middle. That is good alertness. And this is Kane. That is ended up in no man's land. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for the run. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And it's Camavinga. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for options for movement. Tries to play it through. David Villa! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Look at the space here. He slings it in. Oh, it's come loose. Can he stop it going out? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Kane is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Passing nice and neat. Now it's Villa. Now it's Darwin. And it takes a shot! Big relief. It just needed better contact.
Nunez clearly was a little selfish there, but I don't think it was a bad attempt.
Howson cuts it out. Cucurella. O'Shea. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Manchester United clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And that pass just didn't quite work. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Borussia Dortmund clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Koundé. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Villa. And he's had a hit. Keeper's not concerned by that.
Manchester United certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Now it's Villa. Stood up well to him there. Fernandez. Koundé. Ribéry. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Camavinga.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and
He rises! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And again they hit the front. A great delivery and a finish to match.
so well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Borussia Dortmund get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
O'Shea cuts out the pass. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Darwin. He's gone for goal! And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. All the way back. Koundé.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And that will be the final act. Well, that turned out to be quite a game.